So first of all, I'm really happy to have you here with us tonight. I can see that you've been all over the world. I counted over 50 countries.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the famous Rick's Café.
Being a jazz musician, you have to adapt a little bit, and you're always adapting.
Oh, yeah.
And you seem to suggest that you responded to the ambiance here in Rick's, and you used before your cooking metaphor. I was wondering how did you adjust your spices? If you can explain that metaphor and your spices.
Yeah. Well, it's not a good idea to always stick to ready-made plans, like not too strict plans. Like when you cook, it's good to try out several things and taste a little, like what is it gonna be like? Should I change this or that, or like how is it gonna be this time? Because it's not ever like really exactly the same.
Yeah. What is happening in your head or in your heart when you're on stage performing?
I wish I knew.
Okay, that's a good answer, I think.
It really is not like one thing. There are like so many different things that could actually kind of like, take your attention more or less, and it's. But I guess what we are trying to get into is that kind of mode where you don't have to plan that much. You can kind of like let go, and it's not always like there from like first second, but you're kind of like trying to get into that direction where everything is just like, okay, we are just doing this, and then it kind of like goes by itself.
Are there any musicians, jazz or even otherwise, that you feel really inspired you or that guide you when you're going through this process?
Of course. I mean, Charlie Parker, Dexter Gordon as a saxophonist, Sonny Rollins, John Coltrane, Wayne Shorter. Everybody is there, and you gotta know that. If you don't at least know the recordings and the versions.
If you had to tell your family and friends one experience in Morocco, one experience, one aspect, what would it be?
I think people in Morocco are extremely warm. They are warm and welcoming, and you can feel that in a lot of different ways. It also applies to playing, because you feel kind of like being at home. And when you come to a place like this, or to the other places where we played, you felt like, all right, you don't have to kind of like go the extra mile to start kind of like, okay, now it's gonna maybe work. No, it's kind of like very easy.
Okay, good. So maybe some of your family and friends will come with you the next time you
I hope so.
come here.
I hope so.